Welcome back to Final Fantasy 13.
In our bust? What?
No, Eden is the place where the Super Pope is, basically, Jovo.
Yeah, and in turn should be another reference to, you know, the Eden summon in Final Fantasy VIII, but yeah.
So yeah, in the last part we
got used to the. Oh, sorry.
In the last part we learned that
lightning is acid as fuck. Hope is an idiot. Vanilla is an even more idiot, and Sad is the only voice of reason. The end.
So at this point, I pretty much have gotten a grasp of how this world works, to the point where I actually managed to point out a blatant contradiction in the last part, considering as to why Lightning doing this pretty much runs the risk of her turning into a thief and not being able to do anything.
Again, Jova. I don't think
Jova. Jova, if you only knew what exactly the villain of this game has in plan for her, you would be so mad right now.
What? Does the villain plan to use her as his ultimate or something?
Hold on. Let Jova speak. Jova, could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
So what? Does the villain want to use her as his ultimate warrior? So by doing this, she pretty much is walking into his or her hands.
You're halfway right. Halfway.
Halfway.
Basically, you're half right. You got the part about making her own personal tool right, but it's not the goal that you think.
Yeah, at least not now.
Anyway, boss battle. So.
Boss battle.
Yeah, it's about to come.
Didn't we just have one not too long ago?
Yep.
Any trace of the Xiii?
Oh wait, actually no, not yet. I forgot.
No, that's the mini game I mentioned.
Jova,
earlier.
guess what, Jova? We're about to get the best gameplay part of the game right after this battle.
A vehicle section.
Yes, and it only lasts like 2 minutes, and it's by far the most fun part of the game.
And it's the only part when it's present in the game. I don't even know why it's there. Okay, blah blah blah.
5 stars.
4 star, A+, 4 stars.
Okay, so guess what, Jova?
What was Xiii doing here?
The plot demands it. The plot demands it. So obviously, Hope, being a sheltered kid, knows how to pilot one of these things.
What does this do?
Hey,
and notice how he actually goes towards it without knowing if it's still active.
Okay,
and
here's my question: how the hell?
Sorry, who's supposed to be the Sid of this game again?
I told you to leave it.
Who's supposed to be who?
Stop.
I'm sorry, who's supposed to be the Sid of this Final Fantasy game?
The Sid? Oh, the Sid is that we're gonna meet the real Sid.
I know. I'm just saying is that Hope is showing some rather Sid-like personalities at this.
Honestly, I still think Saz would have been the most appropriate choice for Sid, since he's the one who actually has to do with airships. I mean, yeah, I know that I know that the Sid from this game actually has the Lindblom, but honestly, I still think Saz would have been a much better choice, because the Sid in this game is fucking boring.
I know.
More than boring, it's useless and done badly.
Yeah.
Again, my bad writing.
That's right, Joe. But even Sid is boring in this game.
Hold on. Actual gameplay for that.
So,
oh my god, actual gameplay that is not scripted and at least has some.
This is pretty cool. We're riding around in a giant mech that can destroy things.
And it only lasts.
Smash the gates.
Well, don't get used to this, Jova, because this part only lasts like 2 minutes.
Is it just me, or does the music seem awfully whimsical, though, for this sort of
That's because it's the theme. That's because it's the theme of level you're in.
That's the main problem I have with Masashi Yamaozu, aka the composer of this trilogy.
Actually, no, because remember, the name of this track is the March of the Dreadnought, so it's specifically made for this.
The thing, you see the thing. That's the problem I have with Masashi Yamaozu too. I just don't think he's very good at picking the right songs for the right moments.
Well, to me it depends. A lot of times I really like his songs, other times I don't think they're appropriate, just like you said.
Even Jova himself keeps putting out that harmonica theme that keeps playing sometimes.
But like I said, Pedro, I have usually a soft spot for music tracks in Final Fantasy.
True.
But don't worry, I still hate for the most part, Final Fantasy 13-2 soundtrack, don't worry.
Oh no, 13-2's soundtrack is just plain...
Like with all that lyrics for no reason.
Quite possibly the worst soundtrack ever in a Final Fantasy game.
I mean, I think I can say 2 or 3 themes, and one of them is DLC.
I will say, however, I still think that the Lightning Returns has the best soundtrack of the trilogy. I actually thought the soundtrack for Lightning Returns was actually pretty good.
Clumsy Hope. Oh yeah, say goodbye. Gameplay.
And not a single scratch on him.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that part, because we're done. It's all downhill from here.
Well, at least Hope did something.
Trust me.
Going downhill. Are you saying we're
Also,
falling now?
aren't you worried it might explode or something?
No, sure. We were falling downhill, but then we found a little upward path, and then the upward path
We tripped
ended.
again.
The upward path ended, and we fell, and now we're falling downhill again. That's basically what happened.
You know, I hate to say it, but
Oh, Hope, I wish.
I wish we found.
you know, I hate to say it, but between people other than Lightning actually getting stuff done and doing some legitimate things, I'm beginning to find even Snow more of a better character than Lightning at this point.
Oh, Jova, just wait till
Well,
you...
Jova, to be honest, Snow will get only a decent, and I quote unquote because that's a huge word for Snow, personality in the Lightning Returns.
Yeah, I actually find, I don't know about Theo, but I actually did find the climax of the Snow main quest in Lightning Returns to have a relatively satisfying finale.
Yes.
If only was a bit consequential up until the ending.
Basically, Job, in Lightning Returns, there's a major main quest involving Snow.
So what? You have to find him or something?
No,
kinda,
Jova,
yeah.
for the sake of everything, we don't have to spoil it.
We're not
At
going to
least for
spoil
now.
it, but basically there's this main quest involving Snow and Lightning that actually does have a good, satisfying finale. If anything, because both Ali Ellis and Troy Baker are at their best when performing that scene.
So what, is it like some bonding thing where one of them turns into a sea, but the other has to save the other or something?
Not so much that, but you'll see when we get there. Basically, let's just say that's another. It's basically another demonstration of how Ali Ellis and Troy Baker are immensely talented, and even they can manage to elevate material, even when the material is not that good to begin with.
By the way, Pedro, when you mentioned before your favorite female voice actress, do you mean Laura Bailey or Ali Hills?
Laura Bailey, but I love Ali Ellis too. Laura Bailey is my favorite voice actress. I love her. I just every time I hear it, I just love her voice. I love her work. I love the voices she gives to various characters.
Well, to
She
me,
just
like I
clicks with
said,
me.
the problem with me is that I have a bad luck of finding her everywhere. But the thing is, I actually really liked her in Dissidia as the Cloud of Darkness because she actually used a voice that she doesn't really use often.
Yeah, I love her as C. Catherine.
Hold on, actual boss fight. I
Okay,
think.
now is the boss battle. Now is the boss battle. I was talking about, Jova.
And oh boy, I fucking hate this
any
boss
good?
fight that is
Oh,
coming.
I think that is no.
Remember?
Okay, so yeah, there you go, Jova.
remember
Now she's
what
being a
happened
jerk
to
again.
Snow earlier?
I'm sorry,
Why am I
but
not?
can't
I
protect
saw
you.
this coming. I knew it. She's going to be like Harley
You can't leave me here. You gotta take me with you.
Wait, hold on, Jova.
The world is against us.
Basically, she's having an existential crisis.
By the way, Jova, do you know what her Eidolon is?
Did we see her?
Try to guess.
It's her mark. It's her mark. Her mark is shining, Jova, and as we established in part 3, her mark is in her breast. So,
Try to guess who is between the summons of Final Fantasy.
ladies and gentlemen, Odin.
I guess this. Oh no, it's
Yep, it's Odin. This is supposed to be Odin.
Even though he looks nothing like Odin. Jova, question: have you ever summoned Odin in Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
Then you should.
That does not look like him.
Exactly. That's because I still have no idea what the fuck they were thinking.
Oh, trust me, and it gets even worse because it delves into weirdness once you get him.
Okay,
So does he, like turn into a more traditional form, like
Okay,
you know?
the
Actually, it
thing
turns
is,
like a horse. Actually, it
I
turns
don't
into
know
a
you,
horse.
Pedro, but the first time I got to this, I don't know. I didn't knew what to do in order to convince him.
Okay. Then in that case, allow me to explain it. Basically, basically you start by using Hope Synergist roll so you can buff up the characters.
Thanks.
Because Jova, unlike the Shiva sister, this boss does not heal you. He wants your head.
Yeah,
literally.
pretty much. Basically, Theo, the key to this battle is to hope for Hope to use the Protect spell and might as well the Shell spell since he also has his Pandara. After that, basically what you do is just spam attacks the best way you can. As you can see, the gauge is already going nicely.
So it's pretty much cure attack, cure attack.
I think that's also because you grind it up.
There's that too, yeah. But yeah.
Did you say this one actually requires some sort of gameplay challenge?
Not so much. Not really.
Like I said,
I never had any problem with this.
After the Shiva sisters, all the Eidolon boss fights in this game are actually really brutal if you don't know what
honestly,
you're doing.
honestly, Theo, I never had any problem with the boss battles and the summon battles in this playthrough, honestly.
Hackathon took me 7 days before
I
beating.
beat Hackathon really easily. I mean, the only one who even came close to killing me was Saz's Eidolon.
Yeah, there's that too.
Anyway, yeah, as you can see, basically it's a matter of buffing up the characters and then just spam attacks. That's what it works fine for me. As you can see, the bar is almost there. So,
You know, one thing this game could really benefit from having a move or dodge system. I mean,
well, this is a turn-based battle, so.
I thought you yourself said that this wasn't a true turn-based game in the first part.
It is.
No, the problem is, up until Lightning Returns, they will not implement.
No, Jova. Basically, no, Jova. This is technically a turn-based battle. It's just that Tails doesn't.
Hold on. Here's the travesty. Odin, when being submissed, actually turns into Sleipnir, his horse. I don't know why.
Anywho, though,
hey, look, it's Pegasus from Sailor Moon. Was it SS or was it just S?
And now, Jova, you know why
Super
Lightning is using that sword in the Xiii Duodecim.
So yeah, she right.
was when they started bringing in the Outer Senshi, and I don't mean Pluto because she appeared
There,
earlier.
well, there you go, Xiii. Lightning is now officially a magical girl.
Oh god.
Lightning.
She's basically the Sailor UrAnus of this game.
Anyway, basically, going back to what
Different. Was that an Eidolon?
Anyway,
I want
going
to
back to
punch
what I,
one more than the other.
Oh come on! I actually thought Sailor UrAnus was a pretty good character myself, but fine.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying, it's like, well, even in a turn-based game, games like the Mario and Luigi series, or even Time and Eternity,
Jova, but Final Fantasy, but the Mario games tend to include some real-time elements. This game doesn't. That's the point.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, well, this game seems to be trying to do that. I mean, like, well, if they actually included a dodge system, that could
Jova,
you know,
they're just basically trying to make it more cinematic by doing some, theater stances.
Jova,
I get
Toriyama's more
that.
concerned with visual spectacle than actual gameplay substance.
Okay, I get that, but hear me out here. I mean, like, well, one way that this could actually justify some of the auto battle is if they had a focus on dodging. I mean, like, well, imagine it. What if you had an entire game based on dodging?
Well, actually, Jova, Lightning Returns battle system has a guard mechanic, and if you manage to guard the battles perfectly at the very last second, you will negate all damage.
Interesting.
Yep. Including one-hit kill attacks.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this thing works. I'm just saying maybe it could have worked if they made it, completely centered around dodging. I mean, like, well, imagine, like, well, mainly the main gameplay mechanics would be to dodge, and then that would sort of explain why, there's auto battle, which allows you to do scripted attacks. I mean, yeah, it would still suck, but, at least you actually have something to do in game as opposed to, mainly mashing X or just making sure you don't run low on health.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you would get rewarded with that.
So yeah, basically to sum up that scene, Lightning got moped because Hope was Odin appeared, and now we have a horse to ride.
And now all of a sudden, and all of a sudden, Lightning said, "We'll toughen you up. Fine, I'll take you on." So basically, the whole point of that breakdown Lightning had was just for the sake of having the boss battle.
So let me get this straight.
And now the Eidolon at your disposal.
Wow, so basically this means that Hope, not, her sister Sarah, is the reason that her Eidolon came about.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. See, now they're all buddy-buddy.
I'm sorry, but this means that Hope, a kid that she barely knew, was the reason
Okay,
that.
now it's showing how to use an Eidolon in combat.
Hold on. Shiro, you wanted to say something?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Basically, this is the tutorial for how to summon an Eidolon, Jova. Basically, you see that TP right there? That's basically the closest thing this game has to MP. Except the TP only works for the Libra spell and summons.
It's the one we used already for Libra, so I think we knew that.
haven't got rid of MP usage.
They got actually, Jova, they gave a reason. They removed MP because they didn't want players thinking twice about using the most powerful and visually spectacular attacks. Again, visual spectacle over gameplay substance. That's
How does that work?
That's how things work in Motomo Toriyama's mind.
But TP is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but it only works for Libra and summons. So, okay, now take a look at that.
So okay, now we have an Eidolon is our ally.
So basically, there's that thing that the game is putting out is the Eidolon's SP gauge. Basically, when it runs out, the Eidolon goes away. However, right at the very last moment that Odin goes away, I can press square to activate Gestalt mode, which is where Odin turns into a horse, and I can ride him and do some super special awesome attacks.
Is there anything limiting you from doing that?
Not really, no. But the problem...
Your knowledge, the Gestalt bar basically determines how many attacks will you do in Gestalt mode. The more your Eidolon attacks while he's on free, the more it can do special moves while he's on Gestalt, basically.
Indeed.
The idea is to pretty much press square when...
Again, use auto battle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I forgot! That's right! So auto battle even controls Eidolon summons?
Actually, the Eidolons fight for themselves.
No. My man's like, well, does auto battle even, suggest for you to, pick a certain attack with the Eidolon summon?
No. The Eidolons are completely out of your control. At least in this part, in this phase they are.
Yeah, in Gestalt you can use different commands with actual clever button input.
Basically, Jova, the reason I hate the summons in this game is because they're so fucking nerfed. I mean, they work well sometimes, but for the most part they're kind of useless. I'm not even kidding. They don't really deal all that much damage. Because, again, the game is based around staggering, and the Eidolons are not really that great in terms of staggering enemies, so, yeah. Alright,
so is there any incentive to using them in the long run?
Hold on.
Not really, no.
That's right.
Okay, let's
try.
So,
yeah, now you're in Gestalt. You can use these different combinations to, deal different damage, and each specific move consumes different Gestalt points, basically. And once you end... And once you basically reach over, you can use the final move, which is, in Odin's case, it's Zantetsuken.
Exactly.
It's funny, that segment actually reminded me of Indigo Prophecy, where by picking a certain button prompt as the timer goes down, you can select certain things.
So yeah, incredibly shallow and useless, but hey, it looks pretty, I guess.
Till next time.
And even when you can actually pick the different button prompts...
I actually kind of like this. If you manage to finish the battle with the final attack of your Eidolon, the battle ends with this animation instead of the traditional way where we see the characters posing and shit.
Sorry.
Oh, hi, Hope. There you are.
Wolf. Yeah, you were so tired from being in a corner while the Eidolon was fighting.
So, yeah.
Anyway...
Oh wait, piano music going, you know what that means.
Oh my god. I hate it not just because of the scene itself, but because, the internet is full of stupid people that can interpret this in weird ways.
Well, from what you tell me, Tio, apparently according to the actual executives, that was intentional.
I know, the thing is, I wish it wasn't intentional. Oh.
So
you see, Jova. This is in a weird double way. Hope sees Lightning kinda as her mother figure, while Lightning, goes a bit tsundere on him, but it's kinda implied she.
Basically, Jova, the whole point of this is to have Lightning stop being a cocky person and just become humble.
So according to what you told me, Tio, Lightning apparently has feelings for Hope, yet it's Hope that sees her as a mother.
Yep.
So it's an older woman who apparently has...
And Jova, keep that in mind, because during all the rest of the trilogy, Toriyama will develop this thing in weird ways.
Oh my god.
Lots of weird ways.
If I ever mentioned that, I hate that more.
And now, for someone completely
Which
different.
Who, Toriyama?
No, now we're controlling Saz. Which is a good thing.
Oh.
But there's also... But
I know that. I know that, but I mean, you said that you mentioned you hated someone. I was wondering if you meant Toriyama.
Toriyama. Basically, okay, so so I have good news. I hate Toriyama. That's what I mean. Okay, basically,
This is
Jova.
music track.
I don't know, Jova.
Pedro, Darkstar asked a question.
Yeah, I think this is Saz's team.
Yeah, Hope has mom issues. Yeah, because his mother died and he's whining about it. But the point is, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, okay. Basically, okay, Jova. Good news. We have good news and bad news. The good news is now we're taking control of Saz, the best character in the game. The bad news is that our partner character is the worst character in the game.
They managed to slip in quietly.
But anyway, Pedro, I think this is supposed to be Saz's theme.
Yeah, I guess.
If a Lassie pops up on the radar,
And I actually like it, to be honest.
It's
This
a
is
little...
sassy.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's kind of lacks a structure to me. It just feels like random piano notes being played.
I want to like this theme,
Well,
but
that's because I think it's a reminder of jazz and swings, which in turns can be interpreted as a bit of racist, considering Saz is black.
well, to be fair, I guess we African Americans did sort of invent jazz over in America, so it's understood. That said, though, this theme feels weird by Final Fantasy standards.
Please find Vanille cute. I know she's not, but please find her.
I still like her better than Lightning.
Oh, trust me, Jova. Wait till you see her hidden agenda. So yeah, now we're playing as the best character in the game.
This music is catchy and nice, though. Are you sure it's Saz's theme since we're having it played?
I think it's supposed to be. Pedro, can you do me a favor and go to the Final Fantasy Wiki Saz page? It usually lists even its own theme.
I'll check.
By the way, Jova, have you seen those hexagonal thingy monsters red in the way? Well,
remember.
you'll see because we'll probably run into them anyway. Those are supposed to be the bombs monster. You know, the pyros that tend to explode.
Wait, hold on.
I know they don't look like at all like a normal bomb of the Final Fantasy series, but please understand.
Yeah, please understand. Basically, hold on. Yeah, but basically, I also love how. Yeah, my big problem with Vanille Jova is that she's supremely annoying. Like the way she speaks, the way she comes, like the way they try to make her adorable.
She tries to be, you know, all chipper, cheering up people.
She reminds me.
She's annoying.
She reminds me of those, the way people used to write female characters back in the 1940s. You know, with those women who always talked in squeaky voices and were always scared of mice and just jumped on chairs every time the mice appear. Like it's just.
And I don't know, since it's Japanese, I think they try to go with the Genki girl stereotype.
Let's also not forget how she tends to orgasm after fighting monsters.
Oh. Please, Pedro, I need to do this.
Pedro, don't do that.
hey, I'm just quoting a natural line from the game. Don't blame me.
Vanille 2010.
There's actually a natural voice clip, actually. There's actually 3 straight in a row voice clips of her orgasming. It's not my fault. Blame Toriyama.
Yeah, she really doesn't sound out of breath at all. It sounds completely different.
By the way, I don't remember what's the name of her voice actress.
Hold on, I'm still checking Saz's theme, so give me a moment.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on.
Here they are, Jova.
Theme. I don't think it says anything about his theme too.
Oh, hold on, let me check. Because I have more experience with the wiki, so might as well.
Go ahead. So yeah, basically, Jova, more hallways.
I guess this theme,
Yep.
this
And there you
music.
go, Jova. These monsters are supposed to be the bomb monsters, which they don't look almost anything, at least for the most part.
The bombs in Final Fantasy. Remember the bomb in Final Fantasy IX, Jova? You know that.
Yeah.
You know how memorable it was and kind of hilarious. Well, forget all about that. Now you get a giant ball that looks like a ball up. I don't even know what the fuck it looks like. It's just completely unmemorable.
Musical theme. There you go.
Pulsework Soldier.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think Pedro, we are both right because both musical tracks you thought it was his theme and one I think it was his theme are both.
There you go. See, the reason I always saw it as Assassin's Creed is because it always plays whenever he's talking or whenever he's having a personal moment or so.
Same goes for me, so I guess it's a double thing. This one we're listening, at least for this part of the game, at least for the film up, Daddy's got the blues. I think it.
Daddy's got the blues, huh? That sounds like a jazz piece.
So yeah, that was the Pulsework Soldier. Basically, the Pulsework Soldier starts going all ape shit when it's staggered for some reason.
And you got
basically you can only damage it while it's staggered.
The reason I don't get any stars is because I just don't care and I'm just trying to rush through this part because
basically
this is
the goal for this part is to activate platforms in order to go forward.
Basically, this is one of the most boring parts of the game, in my opinion. So I'm trying to rush through it.
Well, at least you do something.
I know, but
anyway, that was all for part 10. See you for part 11.